We're all attracted to practicing yoga for different reasons. Maybe it's a therapeutic issue, maybe it's an energetic quality, maybe it's just a vacation, a time to really draw yourself inward. I was mostly attracted to Anusara yoga, which is a yoga that is called a very heart-centered yoga practice. And to access that area of opening the heart in a very physical way, we do back bends. So I was really drawn to Anusara and the teachings of Anusara because of the physical opening of the area of the heart. But yet it's proved to teach me so much about drawing awareness so much deeper. In this practice, we'll be doing a lot of poses that open up the area of the heart. We'll be stretching through the side body, stretching the full front of the body, and opening the upper thoracic area. You'll need a rolled blanket and maybe blocks. If you don't have blocks, that's fine. If you don't have a rolled blanket, you can roll up a beach towel. We'll begin by lying down. You'll want to start with, for us women, it's pretty much right at the bra strap line or right behind the sternum. So find that as your peak point as you lie on the blanket. And just check it out for yourself. Take your arms in a cactus pose, and if that doesn't work for you, find another way to free your arms and allow gravity to just help you open the physical area of the heart. Your knees can be bent. You can take your feet in a prayer position if you wish to come to Supta Baddha Konasana, or you can straighten your legs. Just find a comfortable position for yourself. You can close your eyes and tune into your breath. Draw your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. As you take your attention to your breath, just start to bring your awareness to the actions, to how the breath creates a doorway to facilitate this fullness that you feel. A nice energetic quality as you expand the front body. You just stay attuned to the breath and soften your facial muscles. If your leg position doesn't work for you now, please change it so that you're much more comfortable. Take your hands just to the area below the belly now. And start to notice with just a slight pressure of your hands on the low belly. As you breathe in through the nose, the diaphragm expands to that low belly area. And on the exhale breath, just give a little pressure to just create this sense of just releasing completely, letting go, breathing out so completely. In order to create even more fullness for the next in-breath, once again, you feel it expand the low belly area, and just allow a nice, easeful pressure of your fingertips as you draw the low belly in. You breathe in through the nose. You breathe out long through the nose. And so many practices as you continue the in-breath and the out-breath. In this practice, as you continue your breath work, your focus on the low belly area, you may notice the energetic qualities that opening the front side of the body up, opening the upper back, just creating this openness in the area of the heart. The energetic qualities of a practice like this suggest that the practice should really be done in the morning time, not just as you're going to sleep. In the morning when you're looking for that added energy, or maybe even mid-afternoon when you feel like a little slump in energy. A practice to open this upper thoracic area, to open the area of the heart, creates this liveliness. It creates a time where you can create, where you focus on where instead of going down the rabbit hole of the daily dramas, you focus on the bigger questions. What you're here for. How to lead a more purposeful life. How can you contribute to others? Keep a nice steady flow of breath. And notice how the attitude shifts. Just lying over the blanket roll. If it feels like the blanket roll is a little bit too high for you, you need to customize it just so that it's right for you. Keep a nice even flow of the breath. Release your arms back to the cactus pose. But keep that awareness to the low belly area, to the flow of the breath and how it affects that area. And as you're ready, draw yourself over to the right side so you're lying in a fetal pose so that you can roll off the blanket roll. As you lift yourself off the blanket roll, put the blanket to the side, lie down again, and just notice the difference. Of just a few moments lying over the blanket roll just creates this nice fullness. It shifts your awareness and creates a bit more spaciousness in the area of the heart. Reach your legs out, reach your arms overhead, and enjoy the spaciousness to the sides of the body now. Take your left hand on top of the right palm. walk your hands over to the right side, walk your feet over to the right side, and create this C shape, the letter C. Maybe you can inch your hands a little bit further to the right, maybe even step your feet a little bit further to the right. Now take your hands back to the center position. Just notice the difference, how the left side feels so much longer than the right. Now stack the right hand on top of the left palm. Inch your hands over to the left side. Walk your feet over to the left side. And just pause. Breathe in and expand through the right side. Walk your hands and your feet just a little bit further to the left. Come back to the center position with the arms overhead, feet extended. We'll do that one more time. This time, have the right hand hold on to the left wrist and spread the fingers of the left arm so that you get nice tone in the muscles of the arm, even as you walk your hands and your feet a little bit further. And just notice if there's any difference on the second time you do this action. Come back to the center position. Walk your hands over to the left side. Hold on to the right wrist with the left hand. Walk your feet over to the left side. Just give a little pull with the left hand and the right wrist so that you lengthen just a little bit more on the right side. You step your feet just a little bit further. To open the heart, you really need to create that spaciousness, not only in the front side, but especially the sides of the body. From the armpit to the pelvis, you're allowing your breath now to expand that area even more fully. Take your feet and your arms back to the center position. Release your arms down to your sides. And with the arms to your sides, bend your knees. Now let's expand the front body just a little bit more. So lift your pelvis up off the mat and get a nice fullness to the front body. Just expand really nicely. Now set yourself down. Reach your right arm over your head. Roll over to your right side and catch hold of your left foot with your left hand. And as you roll over to your side, slowly arrive on your belly. With your left hand holding onto your foot, inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. One more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and soften. Reach your left arm forward. Bend your right knee. Roll to the side so that it's more accessible to hold on to the right foot. Extend from the pelvis to the knee to get length to the top of the thigh. Roll back to your belly. With your left arm forward, reach your right foot back and release down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, lower. Place your hands right alongside your ribs with your fingertip tops pressing. Palms lifted off the mat, fingertips pressing on the mat. Draw your elbows toward one another and lift up just slightly. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up to open the heart. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and soften. Come through all fours position. In all fours position, if you've got blocks, then grab them. By placing the blocks in their tallest position, stepping your right foot right between the blocks, you can get a nice stretch to the left thigh. As you press your left toenails down, just walk your hands back a little bit so that you get this nice opening to the chest. You can feel free to lift your arms if you wish, or just keep your hands to the blocks. Release your hands down to the blocks. Step back so that you're on your knees again in this kneeling position. Tuck your toes under. Take your hands to your low back. Draw your elbows toward each other and look up toward the ceiling. And exhale. Take your hands back to the blocks or the floor and take your left foot forward. Just settle in. Draw the pelvis down. As you draw down from the pelvis to the mat, see about getting a nice lifting quality from the pelvis to the heart center, to the crown of the head. If you feel it's available, reach your arms away from the blocks, reach them up and slightly back. Release your hands down to the blocks. Step the left knee back. With your toes tucked under, with your palms to your low back, press the flesh of your buttocks down toward the mat. Hug your elbows in. Get a nice lifting quality of the heart. Lift your heart. Now take your hands back to your blocks so that you can easily step your right foot forward. With your right foot forward, take your hands right above your knee. See about tucking your back toes under. Reach back toward the left heel. Reach your right arm up and over. Inhale, rise up. Step the right foot back. Take your left foot forward. Tuck your toes under. Lift up. Reach back to find the right heel. Take your left arm up. Reach it over. Release your hands back to the block and step the left foot back with your toes tucked under. Once again, take the hands to the low back. Hug your elbows in with your heart lifted. Draw your gaze back and release. Come to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, bend your knees to lift your sit bones. Reach your right leg to the sky. Start to straighten your left leg as you bend your right leg. Release your right foot down. Bend both knees. Lift your sit bones high. From here, reach your left leg in the air. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left leg. open the chest nicely while keeping the right armpit lifted. Release your left foot down to the mat. Come to all fours position and lower yourself to the mat. Once you're on the mat, stack your hands, press your third eye into the stacked hands. As if the stacked hands are carrying your head, lift your hands up off the mat. Exhale, take your hands down. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Bend your knees. Take hold of your feet if you wish, if that works for you. If that doesn't work for you, just reach your hands back toward your feet. Either holding on to the shins or the ankles or the top of the feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, soften. Release your feet. Place your hands alongside your ribs in 10 fingertip tops without pressing the palms to the mat. Inhale, hug your elbows in to rise up. And exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up through the strength of the back muscles. Can you feel just how a few of the back bending poses have strengthened your upper back muscles so nicely? Release down. Come to all fours position and lie on your back. As you come to lie on your back, press your elbows down. Lift your pelvis up. Your choice. If you have blocks, you can scoot the blocks or blocks singular underneath your pelvis, right at your sacrum, and just allow for a nice ease as you settle yourself into the pose to create just a little bit more opening of the upper chest. You can press your elbows, have the palms face each other. And again, your choice. If you'd like to lift your legs up, feel free to do that as well. In whatever pose you chose, relax your arms. Keep a nice lift of the chest, whether your feet are lifted or not. See if you can find these qualities that opening the heart gives you. Nice energetic quality, a nice feeling of awareness, like you've got this. You feel really attuned. The breath flows very easily. You soften the facial muscles in the jaw. You can continue to stay in this assisted back bending pose, or remove the blocks and come to take the sacrum down to the mat. Extend your legs and come to Savasana, the final resting pose. Close your eyes. Receive a nice in-breath through the nose, an out-breath through the nose. the ease of your facial muscles. The awareness of the spaciousness of the area of the heart. You breathe in deep and out long. You breathe in deep and out long. Breathe in deep and out long. Observe now a very free and natural flow of your breath. A feeling of inner spaciousness, of inner brightness. That just naturally arises from a backbending practice. Thanks for joining me in this practice. Enjoy Savasana. Namaste.